The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. Remember on our old show, they would say, here's Rick Carter, here's Kathy Holtz,
And here's
Tony V.
Tony V.
As it should be.
I was going to say, this is before my time. I can start
You
doing
seem
this.
to have
if
a
you'd
problem
like.
with that.
We're still a little sore about it.
All right.
Here's Rick Carter, here's
All
Kathy
right.
Holtz, and
The infamous
Tony V.
and we also
Sure.
has Vinny Forzese here today.
Forzese.
Oh,
Right.
well, thanks for having me.
No, we appreciate
Thanks for
that.
coming here.
You might want to reserve that till the end of the show.
We can edit it, right? If I'm not happy with
No,
it.
we're live. We're
have,
live.
we have chased many people from this platform.
We asked one lady to give us her contact
And-
information, and she just clammed up.
Yeah, she walked away.
Yeah.
Really?
Smart,
Yeah.
She's
No,
never
she-
been heard from again.
Remember on the radio station, the credit repair guy?
Yeah.
He said, all right, give us your phone number.
No.
And it was blank for about...
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to edit because it was about 15-second
Dead air.
dead air.
At least with the radio show, we could edit, but here, anything that you
We're
say
live.
Yeah, you can't
comes
edit.
out of your mouth, and it's already on Facebook.
Wow.
So Vinny is the broker owner of Realty One Group Nest with about 51 brokers.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot. That seems
a
like
lot
a
of
lot
brokers.
of brokers.
And he's still smiling. You have all those brokers there.
I had a little more hair when we first
Wait,
started.
you run herd over 51 brokers?
I guess I do, yeah.
So do you actually sell, or are you just managing
Oh.
them?
I sell. So, yeah, so we opened, this is my first venture into being a broker. We opened in the fall of 2020, so a little over 2 years. I was a RE/MAX prior to that, and yeah,
So your first venture
That's
as
a big
broker
step.
owner,
As an
right?
owner.
broker owner.
Well,
correct,
because
yes.
otherwise they are salespeople.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
You know, if you got one more, you could have your own deck of cards.
I was thinking of that, Tony.
Yeah.
But I could be, I am 52.
I get you could be the ace.
Yeah, you're 52.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could be the ace of spades. Yeah, that'd be great.
Come on board, man.
Or
You
the
could
king.
be
Yeah.
If you come on board, you could be the Joker.
All right, I'll be the joker. Then now we got to
we
get
need
54.
53.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Right.
Tony's always wanted to be a broker.
Yes.
He wants.
I don't like the hours.
He wants hologram brokers first of all.
Yeah, hologram brokers.
Yep, exactly.
That way you could do multiple houses at once.
Exactly.
And he's had some great ideas about open houses.
Yeah.
He wants staged people for the family
you
that
get
live
like
there.
Really?
Yeah, you get like a dummy family. You know,
They're very good looking.
good
And
look.
they
gotta
they
be
look like
looking.
they're having
Of
a
course.
great time.
Yeah, the
Right.
kids are playing Parcheesi. There's an apple pie cooking. The wife is combing the husband's hair.
I like it.
Yeah.
You don't get this at your house.
What? The wife is combing the guy's hair.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
God.
they're going out to a fancy dinner and she wants them to
All
look
right.
just so.
And he's zipping up her dress.
Dress, yeah.
like a normal.
Yes, yeah.
Putting her pearls
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Just looking, everyone's looking
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Meanwhile, they're pinching each other.
Yeah, under
and
the
nobody
skin.
knows.
So these are actors?
Actors.
Yeah.
No, holograms.
Yeah, you can't get
holograms.
you
Yeah.
can't get real people to act like that.
It's almost like when you buy the wallet, you got all the fake people in
Yeah.
the wallet.
Yeah, when you
And
see the wallet,
He
yeah.
keeps them and shows them as
Yeah,
his family.
it's my
members.
family.
I like it.
Better than my family.
Well, we always try
No,
to create
sir.
an image, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right, you want to put a
And then they
positive.
look at the wallet and say,
Yeah, life's
This
been
is
hard.
your family?
Yeah, life's been hard.
So Vinny's thinking of doing a podcast too. So I think all the
I
stuff.
wonder if he'll invite us onto his
Sure.
podcast.
Nah, yeah, this might be a one and done.
Just stay. We'll do it right
It
after
was nice
this.
to meet
Well,
you.
you know what I've learned from podcasts? It seems like everybody who does a podcast goes on someone else's podcast. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Good point there. But I do have a lot of serious questions for.
I
Vinny.
know.
I do actually this time.
No, but I'm really excited for your venture. 51 agents. That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot of activity going through.
Well, you know, we're excited. It's been good growth. The market's been in our favor too, so that's been helpful
Right.
as well. So,
So before we jump into all the
Wait,
questions,
I have a question.
Okay.
okay.
Sure.
Where is it under one roof, or do you have places all over?
2 locations:
Okay.
Newburyport and North Andover.
Oh, those are nice places.
Right, you guys
Great
go
place.
all over Massachusetts.
Yep, and Southern New Hampshire.
Southern New Hampshire.
Actually, we have agents who are licensed in Maine and Rhode Island as well.
Wow.
And maybe one in Florida. So yeah.
So, do you have like somebody managing your crew, or is that you?
So for the most part, I'm the broker owner. Michelle is my partner, and she runs the operations of it.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Because you need that.
We need that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure she doesn't work. She probably works way more than 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
So
Managing
that many people, because some of them can fall through the cracks.
I
You go,
know.
Hey, we haven't seen Eddie in 3 weeks. He's deep undercover.
So,
Kathy used to work 40 hours a week for us as well, but each year she takes an hour off.
here we go. Here we go.
And she's worked for me for 30 years, so yeah, she's
Yeah,
down
she
to about
works
10.
She works about
bad
40
gig.
hours a year now.
So Rick
Quality work, though. Quality.
When
though.
she's there,
When she's there, no one better.
lights out.
No one
Yeah.
better. No one better.
Where he says, "Can you pick up a couple of what are they called? The zip drives?" I go, "Today?" He goes, "Well, yeah. I haven't asked you to do anything in 10 years."
You're right. You think you can swing that one?
I go, "Let me see."
You just can't spring that on somebody.
I know that's how it was.
What's
it was a
wrong
shock
with
to
you?
her.
Yeah.
It was a shock.
You gotta ease
Today?
into that.
Today?
You know.
We joke. We joke.
I
Go,
asked-
you know, that's going to start with, if you happen to be driving past an
Right,
electronics
right,
store
right,
and there's a red
right.
light
If
and you
you're-
think
if
about
you're going
it.
to Starbucks,
Yeah,
getting
right
a
next to
coffee.
it, right.
I got another quick tidbit. And,
Okay, go ahead.
Rick says to me today, "Do I have life insurance?"
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's nothing wrong
I
with
would
that.
assume he does.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to ask me.
You know.
Oh, so
all
you're
things.
justifying your role at the office. Is that
I
what you're
said,
saying?
do you want a real estate paralegal or do you just need a personal assistant?
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing both.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Well,
God,
she
no.
makes a good point.
Yeah. But yes, he
Because
Do
does.
you have life insurance?
Yes, he
think I
does.
do.
I
She
pay
told
it
me now.
I pay it
Right.
Regularly.
regularly.
Is it term or?
term?
Yeah.
Term.
But
Yeah.
I've requested the policy so you can review your terms.
Okay.
Okay? And that might make you
Vinny's
feel
saying,
better.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I
Vinny, you have a right to say, "Oh my God."
No.
I beat the over on mine.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you beat it.
I beat it,
Good.
yeah.
That's a good.
I'm
thought.
still
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Still don't know how they pull that off there.
So, Vinny, one more question before Rick starts on his list of
It's a
questions
lot of questions here, by the way.
Yeah, we don't get to any of them. And you can see why.
today. So I know people are nervous about the market because it's the rates are up,
Yeah.
but they're not up extraordinarily.
No. I mean, historically, I think they're pretty close to average
Right,
right now.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
so, I mean, we had an historic low, so of course they seem higher than they've been.
Of course.
What are we in the fours?
Not yet.
No.
We're not
yet.
quite
We're
in
like
the fours.
five,
No.
5 or
5.5,
6.
6, so
Yeah.
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 But the point is, those are pretty good rates. If anybody's like nervous, those are pretty good
No,
rates.
you guys are right. We're kind of where we always were.
Yeah.
Right, and we are
But,
actually pretty
we were a
lucky to
little-
have
we were
that.
We were spoiled for a couple of years when they were in the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I think a lot of people realize that now. What we're seeing right now in early 2023 is this buyers are right now looking again. We're seeing multiple bids again, which,
Oh, you
which
are.
we didn't expect
Right.
at all. And
Yeah.
but the inventory hasn't picked up.
So that's what I was going to ask you. Are the prices staying pretty consistent?
Yeah, I mean, at least in the first 30 days so far of the month, they've been going above for the most part asking,
All right.
which I didn't even see in the fall. So
Right.
I
So it's interesting. Some people have stepped back, right?
Yep.
Stepped out of the market because there was no inventory. But are you seeing more houses coming on the market, or
not as
really.
many, right?
Yeah.
okay?
So
that's going to keep it a seller's market.
But we're getting
right?
more buyers
Correct.
on the market.
So
right?
that's what's going to happen. And usually most buyers start to say, you know what, I think this is the time I'm going to start to buy. And they look and, as we get closer to the spring, and if less homes come on the market and we still have those buyers that didn't find anything last year, it's going to be a little dicey.
Because I always
Right.
think this is a good time for buyers to buy when the rates are up.
Yeah.
Because you can always refinance. I mean,
But don't you think that anyone that thought they missed the boat last spring and summer are going to jump on board?
Exactly, and
Okay.
that's they're coming in, and then there's new buyers coming in, and there's just not enough stuff coming on the market. So
No, but I think sellers that think that they missed the
maybe, yeah,
missed their highest earning potential.
Well, the biggest outreach we do with a lot of people say, hey, the market's so good, at least the prices are up, we're starting to see bids, and I was saying this to Rick before we get on, the problem is that a lot of sellers say, hey, that's great, but where am I going to go?
Right.
Or am I going to, I have a low rate on my house now, or why would I sell it to go into a higher rate, or there's just nothing out there for me to buy. So they stay put. And what's happening is if a lot of sellers are doing that, we're just starting to see the same issue, no inventory.
Right. You know what I think's going on?
Go ahead.
You want my expert opinion?
Yeah.
We're hoping.
Last spring and summer, there was a lot of recession talk, and people were getting a little bit nervous. And now it seems like it's going to be a soft landing, if anything, at least U-shaped. Not a big V. And I think...
I love when he talks like that.
Yeah, and I think people are now coming back around. That will be okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Thank you. That's all I got.
He wants to go back and smoke a cigar.
That is the sum total of my knowledge for this week. If you need me, I'll be over here napping.
What happens is when we start talking about real serious stuff,
This is what happens. This is what happens.
His eyes glaze over.
Right.
He gets a funny look on his face.
Yeah.
So the last few weeks
rub
we've
my
had
nose.
Christine Hurley on, Kenny Rogerson, Frank Santarelli of The Sopranos. Needless to say, we've had no real estate content.
Brad Mastrangelo.
And we finally said, let's get someone who's actually intelligent on, like Vinny.
Yeah.
And we could talk real estate, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
So
we have 19 minutes to do it.
Yeah. Wow, that's a record for us. 20 minutes of content. Let's go.
So what do you got? You have
I was going to ask you about your projects in Salisbury.
Yeah.
So you have this is always a tricky one. We used to get horrified about this stuff. New construction condos on the water. How is that going?
So far, good. So there's 9 detached condos. And what's interesting is they are on the water. It's various from the street side to all right directly in the water. But because of the elevations, everything's a little different with flood insurance.
Yes.
They're all on they're on pilings. But
so that's a good point. If you're elevated enough, even though you're right near the ocean, you can get away with not having flood insurance sometimes.
Sometimes. Or a very, very reduced rate.
When you say pilings, is that like those
steel?
stilts?
Yep. Oh yeah.
And so
it's required now.
Is it like foolproof? Like, have you ever seen those? I've always wondered about that.
Wait, like they're gonna fall over?
Yeah.
I hope not, but I'm not the engineer.
Okay. But how far down do they have to go?
Representation you want from Vinny. They'll never be a problem.
Yes.
They go all the way down to the Earth's core.
I know.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes.
200-mile.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've been in them during like major windstorms, and they don't move. So I know that they must be pretty deep. Usually you feel like these things are gonna be shaking around, but they're pretty solid.
Why don't we go back to moats?
Right.
Take a moat.
Yeah.
So if the water comes up, it falls in the moat. With the drawbridge.
I love that idea.
That way you don't have to worry about
your next
Keeps
project.
your neighbors away from you too.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about
you don't
who's
have
at
to
the
push
door.
the moat, right?
Right. You look and you get a
You say,
ring. You get a ring doorbell for the moat.
I'm not letting it down.
I'm not putting the drawbridge.
No.
I'll suggest that.
I will not lift my portcullis for this one.
There's a house in North Reading that's like that where it just floods. There's like 4 feet of water, and it looks like there's just
a lake in front of it.
No, right below it.
Below it.
So the house is right on top of it, and you go by, and it's just.
And is it on pilings?
Yeah. They built it up. It's right
Where in North Reading?
Right on Main Street.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty funky there. So they just.
All right. So Vinny doesn't know about pilings. Okay.
He knows about piling.
I could have brought my piling guy.
Moats might throw him off a little bit. He hasn't sold many with moats.
Now, I also understand in Salisbury there's going to be a lot of new construction. That whole beachfront where all the clubs and stuff are, it's coming down.
How are they getting all that approved?
Kickbacks.
Thank you.
Did anyone hear anything?
Did somebody hear something? I didn't.
God bless you.
You may have met your man.
I like Tony V. This guy, yeah.
But that's normally not easy. The building I put in Reading was took me about 5 years. I finally told the
You still don't have your certificate of
I gotta
compliance.
get that signed off one of these days.
You know, being on the water is all well and good, but how close are they to the world's best French fries? That's where you want.
Which one is that?
Is the one that says the world's best French fries.
Don't they all say
they
it?
do. Yeah, I don't know who.
I'm a believer of
judges.
that. You know?
Yeah.
Isn't it that Blinky?
Just say it. Yeah,
Blinky?
Blinkies, I think.
Yeah, Blinky.
Can you just throw that ad up there without any verification, or
Yeah.
Can we say the world's best attorney's office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say the world's best.
Anything?
Real estate podcast.
Kind of like on Elf when.
How come every roast beef place is so famous?
They're all famous.
They're all famous.
You're not famous until you.
do you know the movie Elf when
Yeah.
he brings
the
the
coffee
the
or
date,
world's best.
and they're like, I'm going to blindfold you. And
What is that? It's a crappy cup of coffee. No,
he goes, no, it's the world's best.
best cup.
Why do you say that? Because it says it out front.
Right.
My daughter Renee thinks she wrote, and I believe her, wrote that movie because she had all this down for her 4th grade project,
Really?
and then the movie came out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why doesn't she sue?
I know. Maybe we should ask Vinny.
Show the script.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
Elf is great.
Oh my God.
Francisco.
You know what?
That's fun.
I think it's gonna be like 20 years old this year.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, which blows my mind because I remember when it came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I watch it over
Yeah,
and
great movie.
over
Oh,
again.
that movie's so
and
good.
I know every line.
Yeah, it's
The other
so
ones
good.
don't stop.
She
and-
goes home from work at around 11.
She watches Elf.
Elf every day.
Yep.
Tony
That-
knows we're not kidding.
No.
That and The Heat.
The Heat?
Do you know The Heat?
With Pacino and
No,
No, this is even better.
Sandra
actors than that.
Bullock.
Oh,
and-
The Heat, not Heat.
Yes,
Not
The
Heat.
Heat.
Yeah.
He's in that movie.
I am.
Oh, really?
He's
Yes, I am.
he's the security guard at the jail.
I thought I recognized
Cop.
you.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I don't think you're a cop if you're in the jail. You're a security guard.
You
No.
can't tell him what he.
I was
he
a
knows
cop.
what he was.
He's the cop.
I'm a sergeant, actually.
He did
Wasn't
the
that
role.
at the jailhouse?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, there has to be an officer there for
Yeah.
the.
Oh.
But Tony,
in
I'm gonna
charge
watch
of
that
the jail
tonight. Then I'm
cell.
gonna look out
I'm
for you.
so sorry.
And it was because of
dare
me that
you.
they had to institute. Didn't I ever tell you this story?
No, I don't think so.
Well, strap yourself in. We
we hate to digress.
the jail we're using was coming down, so that's why we got to use it.
Okay.
In the thing, so we were filming inside, and there was a bus accident outside.
You weren't driving.
No.
okay.
That's a different story.
That's a different movie.
Okay. All right.
But so we had finished doing one take, and there was a bus ran into one of the camera trucks of the movie outside.
Oh wow.
So the director, being a big child, he goes, "Let's go see what happened." So I run out in I'm the first one on scene, and
can see.
I'm in a Boston police officer's outfit, and I'm just standing there looking at this mayhem. And someone goes, "Shouldn't you do something about this?" I go, "Absolutely, someone should." You know.
The old I play one on TV role.
So I started directing traffic.
You did.
I
No, you
did.
didn't.
I did. And then they had to make a rule that anytime we left the set,
had to take
we
off
had
the-
to, no, we had to put a black strip
I am
over the
really
badge.
not a-
I'm
not
not
a
really
cop.
a cop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They wrote
yeah.
that into your contract after
so,
that.
So anytime we were walking to and from, and we were in public, we had to have this black thing over the badge.
No kidding.
That's
so,
funny.
so people wouldn't be.
So every film in Massachusetts
Now,
probably
from
has
now
to
on
do that.
has that to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that now.
And you can see Tony
Yeah.
going, you.
Is it called the Tony V
Let's
rule?
go. They should name it after me. Yeah.
Can you see Tony out there?
I can
I was
see him.
directing
I can see him
traffic.
not doing anything in the beginning. Everyone
Right.
getting offended,
And then looking
like
at
the
me.
like the
Right.
cops in the town.
Yeah.
When the town they're looking the other
The
way.
way, yeah. Typical Boston cop. Yeah.
All right.
He was in the town too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he has a
Yeah.
huge list.
Oh,
We always ask Tony to bring us along as.
And every time I watch The Heat, he gets 37 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
I just got $150 from Coda.
You did.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's very
Yeah.
good.
Cigar money.
How often do you
Yeah.
get that?
Every 13 weeks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting checks from Seinfeld for 22 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But
How
you don't
much?
cash them, right?
No, those are decent money.
Oh, okay.
Those
Really?
are decent money. Yeah.
What were you on Seinfeld?
Umbrella twirler.
You were in the Umbrella Twirler.
Yeah.
That's a great episode.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Didn't Jerry invent that twirl?
Teddy Padillac did. Yeah. Down on 33rd and 4th.
That's
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Now you have
Fitty, stop sidetracking us.
11 minutes.
We have
Back to
we have a
business.
lot of important information.
No, I was
to
just
get
curious about the new construction and how just getting that approved these days and on the water and
I know they got to jump through a lot of hoops. David Daly's the developer on this one, and I've worked with him on a lot of stuff. And Salisbury, by far, is one of the hardest places because of all the conservation and just doing things. And that whole center area, they're doing a lot. Yes. And I've seen different plans. At this point, I don't even know what's been approved and not approved because it's like
I know.
there's been so many different versions.
Right.
Here's all I know. You can't put in the description steps from the strip club.
No.
Don't-
Is
you
there a
can't.
strip club in Salisbury?
I don't know.
There's actually two I've heard.
I'm assuming. I don't know.
I never heard of that.
Yes.
Okay.
So that violates fair housing?
Yes, fair housing.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
discrimination
Right,
or
yeah,
something
right,
along.
yeah.
Depends on what
Yeah.
kind of strip
Right.
club it is.
Easy access to church, schools,
And strip
and
clubs.
strip clubs.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the whole gamut.
The whole thing, yeah. Because you want to reach the broadest number of people.
I agree.
Right.
So-
you can't discriminate against
No.
people who want to go to the strip clubs.
Some people's church is a strip club.
So now, if you're doing on the beach, right, or beachfront, Rick has something. It says
you
new
want to do my
construction
notes?
is good because there seems to be a lower maintenance costs. What do you mean by that?
Well, it seems as opposed to like your maintenance cost in your Charlestown house.
Yeah.
Probably pretty
It's
high.
non-existent because I don't do a damn thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I know what you mean now.
You know what I mean.
And I know what you mean.
right. You understand the damn
Yeah, I got what you guys
yeah,
are saying.
yeah.
If Tony was supposed to do his
Just, right.
upkeep and all that,
Right.
but it seems like new construction. It's nice, not modern layout. It's new, obviously new appliances.
I tell it's like buying a brand new car versus a resale, right?
Right.
You have some choices usually. You can make it a little more of your own, without dealing with whoever
Well, I was
you
going
bought
to
it
ask you
from.
that too. Are these already customized, or do the buyers have an ability to pick out certain things?
I call it semi-custom, so there'll be choices on different finish work, cabinet colors,
Backsplashes.
Because I've been watching.
Backsplashes are
I don't
huge.
know.
I've been watching Christine in the Country. You ever see that one?
Which one? Oh, wait.
Yeah. So she's got a new spin-off there.
HGTV?
Every new husband she gets, she has a different.
Oh,
series.
Christine.
Yeah.
She's a blonde girl, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't she married to the other guy?
Yes, this is a third guy.
Oh,
Third-
the first one used to cry every time, like
Yeah.
the contractor would come out and say,
Yeah.
"We found mold." You go, "You can't have found mold. I can't afford it."
So I just watched. We had about a binge. Me and my family watched about 5 hours. So now I got to do my kitchen over. I don't know where they come up with their costs. So they go, "Oh, this is going to cost about $61,000." $61,000. That's not going to get you
Seems
through
like
this.
a lot. No,
No, that
it's
won't
not.
get you through the sink.
Well, what they're putting in there too is
Yeah,
so I'm like,
exactly,
I agree. I'm
exactly.
like, where are they getting this
Yeah,
from?
exactly. So my point is, what are buyers? What are they looking for in the new construction when they have their choices?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of them start where you go. They go to the HGTVs of the world. They see what people are doing. They go to the Pinterest, and they'll come up with their ideas. And a lot of times, especially with one of these projects, we have someone who's going to be a concierge who's going to help them to make those decisions.
Okay, yeah.
And like you said, it's all brand new.
Yeah.
There's a warranty.
So let's talk about trends right now. Like, granite's still in, right?
Quartz, actually.
All right,
Yeah.
quartz. All right,
That's what I learned from Christine.
So laminate countertops.
Oh my God! Wow.
yes to that.
God.
So granite's usually your space or standard now for most
Right.
places. Then quartz would be more of the upgrade. Although it's funny. I mean, and everybody wants the nice high-end ranges, but now they're going to be taking gas ranges away. Have you guys been?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about what the ruling
They
is.
think that the gas is polluting
Stuff.
polluting the world
It's gas.
or the air.
It's gas.
So yeah, when people are up in
yeah.
arms about now they're
Yeah.
going to take my gas stove away
Oh, yeah.
from me.
Yeah, I could heat a whole house myself with gas.
Not that kind of gas, Tony.
Natural gas,
Natural
right?
gas.
Natural gas.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what else are you seeing for like flooring? Are you seeing the
Cork.
Floor. I mean, a lot more of the engineering floors now are really nice.
like the laminate that
No,
look like
not the
hardwood?
laminate, like stuff. It is a wood product, but it's engineered in a factory. We work with this like French white oak, and you could never tell. And
Oh, I
it's,
see.
But it's put in place, and it looks really nice. It holds up nice.
Yeah.
The pot fillers, people are doing that now.
What is that?
So over your stove, you have like a little.
Oh, yeah.
You fill your
Okay.
pot of water up there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to walk 4 steps to your sink to do
my
it.
God.
It's nice now.
So what about? Yeah.
Have we become the laziest humans on the planet?
Let me fill my pot.
Well, I got to be honest, and I laugh about it because, yes, I get it. You don't have to fill up the water to bring it over
Sure.
and maybe spill it, but you still got to bring that water in that pot back somewhere.
It's got right. It's not
But it's
staying
a-
on the
But
stove.
that's it.
They don't have anything for that yet?
They don't have anything for that yet, but it looks
boy.
cool.
a
so-
robot.
Yeah.
So
robot.
boiling water comes out of a spigot.
No,
No,
just
no.
regular water.
Just regular water.
Yeah, fill the pot up right where your
Oh,
stove
so
is.
you don't, oh, I see.
Your range, yep.
It's a
It'd
little
be
bit
better if it was boiling.
You don't have
I
that
know.
in Charlestown?
No.
So all right. So
No.
what else
No.
you got?
I have
No
a
carpet,
sink.
right?
No, not really.
With a hose.
Yeah.
Most people want hardwood throughout now. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes, maybe in the bedrooms, they might want the carpet for, a little bit of a softer feel, but.
Right. But
you
there's
know.
always there's some nice rugs out there. that you
Yeah,
can
most people
throw.
do area rugs.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, how astute are buyers? Because they always call me up to look over the condo, which is fine. It's fine. But the spec sheets, do they actually go through this? Because it just seems like that's the important stuff. It's whatever you guys have agreed to. As an attorney, I don't know what you've agreed to, quartz or marble. Or,
Yeah.
do they go through this? Do you ever have any problems? Oh, I thought I did this.
So it's funny. So the spec sheet you're going to see, but then usually a lot of the decisions are coming after.
Yes,
so purchase
exactly.
sale signed. They're
Right,
making
right.
decisions. Usually they're paying the builder directly or the vendor.
Right.
And those are non-refundable upgrades.
Right. But they kind of do that on their own.
They do that on their own. So
Well,
really,
the concierge will do it with
yeah,
them,
they're like,
right?
all right, yes.
You know the problem I had with one buyer? He was very upset. Well, she was very upset because the plan was reversed. They gave him
Yep.
a model plan. She goes, "Oh, I thought the
driveway was supposed to be on the other side. And they represented that driveway was on the other. She was very upset.
Yeah, all you got to turn that paper over, and then you're all set.
Oh, look at it from a different
mirror.
That's what the builder
Go
did.
to the other side of
They
the
said,
table.
no, here, it looks fine.
Go to the other side of the table and squint.
Yeah.
You'll get exactly what you want.
So
What's the benefit of quartz?
It doesn't stain as much.
Correct. Yep.
Does granite doesn't stain?
It can, and it's also a manufactured stone, so it holds up better. It's a lot of times the natural veining they put into it looks a little
Right.
nicer than you're gonna get with granite.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be really happy with
What's
granite.
next? Diamond?
Right,
Possibly.
maybe.
I like that.
That'd be good. Hardest substance on the planet.
Yeah,
Diamond. You could do anything to it.
Wow.
So, what else do you see of people? Like, I think people like to know
See
what's
the
in
latest trends.
style.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of people doing more of smart home stuff. So they're putting in not only the Ring doorbells like
Right.
we spoke
The
about before, the
Nests.
Moat, but the Nest
Right.
and
The mode.
the moat. That's
Sure.
the next. the latest.
Automatic drawbridges, so
Yeah,
you don't have
yeah.
to
Said that
crank
so
it
seriously,
yourself.
I know.
like we've seen if we were paying attention.
I want to do a movie filmed completely on Ring doorbells.
I do too.
That's a
'cause
good idea.
Right.
I like
I
that.
do. I
Right.
watch the Insta reels,
Right.
and the stuff coming off
Right.
those
Right.
Oh, those
reels.
drunk
Yeah.
housewives coming home at night.
And
That's
it's called
funny.
Hello, Is Anybody Home?
I will
what it's
help
called.
you.
Yeah.
Can I
That's
help
what it's
you?
called?
Yeah, it's called
Oh,
Hello, Is
that's good.
Anybody Home?
The one that I thought was the funniest. There were two of them, but the husband's laying in bed and he gets a notice that someone's coming through his ring
Doorbell,
the
yeah.
camera, and it's his wife, and she's climbing up the stairs. She finally stands up and she smashes into the door, and she tumbles backwards, and he's like, "Oh, not again!"
You know what's so funny is she's having an emergency. He just continues to keep filming the whole thing
Right.
while she's rolling down the stairs and all that.
But you can tell it's the ring because of the lens.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah,
The little kid comes home with his backpack, and the father said, "Did you have fun at your friend's house?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got you a present." And he starts unzipping the backpack in the driveway, and he pulls out a bottle of Doers. Oh no! And
Good kid.
He goes, "Where did you get this?" And he goes, "I saw it, and I know you like this."
Stole it from a friend's house.
They're gonna have legal issues. I'm sure they already do with the ring because that.
I imagine, right?
Yeah. You're not I've heard of this one where the baby monitor was in the other room, and the seller was picking up all the cues what the buyer was saying. Says, "Oh, I love this house. I'm going to pay whatever I can for this."
Nowadays I'm looking. First of all, you have to disclose if there's listen devices, but the ring outside that picks up like 30 feet away.
Exactly.
So even people want to talk in the driveway. I said, "Shh." Go further away if you want to talk how much you like this house.
How we're being easy.
But also, it's probably a violation of privacy if you're picking up stuff in your neighbor's yard across your driveway or something along those lines. But I had a Ring camera, but it never got installed. It's still sitting in the drawer.
One person shouldn't have a Ring camera is you.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Can I ask you a couple? I know we don't have much time left.
Plenty of time.
We got plenty of time. A CMA. I'm reading a book now where they say just tell brokers don't rely on those as much. Just
Why don't you tell everybody that's listening what a CMA is?
Oh,
Child Mothers Association.
That's right.
Comparative market analysis.
I know, but they might not know.
Oh, I always do that to you, and you yell at me for throwing the softballs.
Listen, I am not in the mood for arguing with you today.
Please, we got through this whole thing without
almost
big beef. So let's.
It started with the pick up the zip drive.
We have company. Act normal.
I'm trying.
Anyway, this author's saying, listen, don't even key on that. The person's is going to select you as a listing agent. Right. You don't have to do this big dog and pony show for 7 hours on, you almost giving them information that they can kind of, compare with.
I agree, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, and for years, that's kind of how, we just did this with our office, but it's more like, people want to know what their house is worth and stuff. But you don't have to give them 40 pages of review.
No, because you know what happens? We do a Tony V and glaze over.
So that's
give
good.
me the information. What can you do for me? All
right. So you're the first one I've asked that.
And honestly, Vinny, I think that if someone referred me to you, we talk, and you can tell if you're going to be able to work with that person. You can click with them.
You make a connection.
You make the connection, and then they trust you. A broker will ask a question. I'll be like, that's what I'm paying you to do.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
And if they don't like Vinny, he's got 51 other people.
I know. Pick
Go
a
to the whole other
card.
deck. Go to the whole other deck.
Who would not like Vinny?
Pick
Vinny's
a card.
so good.
That's how you go. Pick a card. Is this your broker?
Yes.
I actually think that the broker and clients are a connection. It really doesn't. I mean, you wouldn't be a real estate agent or a broker owner if you weren't good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right. No.
I agree though. But you're right. You make your connections with people, like all of us have in our careers. Like that's what life's about, right?
Right. And sometimes we have people call us up asking for fees and says, "Tell me why I should use you." Well, you know what? Why don't you go find another attorney?
Wow.
I didn't mean that.
That's why our business is a little
numbers down.
Why do you think she's not working?
Why do you think I told her not to work?
She's chasing business away.
I'll keep you on payroll.
This isn't a coincidence. Keep her off the phone.
Hush money. No, the point is
here's the point. If you do want to use us, Carter Real Estate
Don't
Law.
call me.
781-944-9222.
Yeah.
And Vinny, you've been great to have on here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So we have to ask you 4 through 16 and then another 12 questions.
So another 22. So you're going to have to come back. Is that all right?
I didn't know if there's a speed round.
No. No. But
These are yes or no answers.
But actually, that's kind of a good idea.
Well, it's a great Family Feud.
Yeah.
You can only do 20 seconds on this one there.
Yeah.
I like Vinny.
Woo.
I
Thanks, guys.
I like Vinny, too.
That was a lot.
We're looking forward to working with you, by the way.
Yes, same here. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us on the Real Estate House Party. Kathy Holtshouser, paralegal extraordinary. Tony V, what can you say? And Vinny Forzese.
All right.
Woo!
Perfect.
Good job, guys.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.